Hey tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Welcome to the inaugural tank review, the Average Joe tank review. I'm an average player, I'm not a Unicom, so I decided, tank reviews are done by a lot of the CCs, and they do very good jobs. Don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoy them. But the Average Joe never does a tank review, and so I decided I feel I represent the average Joe player because I'm an average player, 48 to 50 percenter, and that's what this channel was designed for. So I decided, I need to do reviews, and I got when I won the AE Phase One, I said this is the first tank I'm going to do a review on, and so here it is. So here we go, the AE Phase One. Well, what can I tell you about it? It's a Tier 9 American Heavy. It was a blueprint tank. All right. It was designed to be able to function with two damaged tracks. All right. Unfortunately, in the game, if you get pinned in one, it stops the tank. How they can fix a wheeled vehicle to keep moving with a damaged wheel, but they can't fix a four independent track tank to move with a damaged track, I can't figure out. But I mean, it makes sense, right? But it was designed to do it that way. It has a 120 millimeter gun, 4 crew members, all right, and pretty good hull, turret armor, frontally, and decent on the side. Comparatively with the other Tier 9s, it's not bad. I configured all these Tier 9s with vert stabs, gun rammer, and vents, because that's generally what I run in my tanks, right? So that's what I thought. Okay, and I think that's generally what a lot of people run in their tier, in their heavies. Some might throw in optics, but rarely will you ever see camo netting or something like that. They all have 100% crew. Excuse me. So as we look at the stats, we can see that obviously there's some tanks that just jump right out and say, "Hey, look at me!" All right. Obviously, the Conqueror for overall firepower, right? When you start looking at the stats as they break down, you can see that the AE Phase One is pretty much right in the middle of everything. It's not OP, whereas say the 257 or the Type 4 Heavy, but it's not inadequate. Say as the M103, which comes in last place in a lot of things, or the 50 TP. I mean, even the STI is not jumping out, and we all know what what a beast that thing can be, right? So, like I said, it tends to be right in the middle, right in the middle. All right, let's take a look at the stats versus on Tanks GG. 2,275 DPM, 400 alpha, 258 average penetration. This has it down as a 10-second reload. I think with 100% crew, you're down to 9 something. Okay, throwing the gun rammer, you're down to 9 something. Your crew starts getting skills, and you're going to go down quicker. As far as ammo goes, like I said, 400 alpha with 258 penetration for the AP. 400 alpha with 340 penetration for the heat, and then if you use the HE, you get 515 alpha with a 60 millimeter penetration. Now I find that I run a lot more, I shoot a lot more HE out of this thing than I do heat, and that's just simply because I can run into tanks, say, let's say the Mouse, where I'm not going to be able to really do much damage to it frontally, but I can sit there and just shoot HE at the turret and the commander's hatch, and at least annoy the piss out of him, if not whittle him down. And that's pretty much what I do. So like I said, I tend to fire more HE, and heat always leaves me hanging. Heat always leaves me hanging. Just when I think I'm going to get a good shot with heat, nothing. It's like throwing a marshmallow. So, but all in all, stats wise, I would say that the AE Phase One is a average Tier 9 American Heavy, right down the middle, not OP, not weak, but just right down the middle. If we look at the 3D model, we can see that this tank was, I mean, they don't have it all fully modeled, but really they have the best part of it modeled, and that is the turret. The turret is the beast on this tank. It's got a huge flat plate right here, right? So let's change this to just the normal. Okay, so it's got a huge flat plate right here. Honestly, let's go to the visual. There we go. Huge flat plate. All right, it's got a sloping front, which does work well. All right, but if you can hide all that, you can hide all that. All of a sudden, you start seeing some extraordinarily good hull armor. All right, and if you can put this bad boy in a in a hull down scenario where you're shooting down, I mean, look at that. You're not getting in there. You've got some spots. If it's ridge sniping, you've got some spots where you can hit it. But in a hull down location or a hull down environment, I mean, this thing it's just phenomenal. All right. So the armor hull wise, I don't. Yeah, you got to get it. You got to hide it. It's obviously got some weak points up here. All right, so you want to be in a ridge fighting position, or you want to learn to hide that commander's hatch. But even it's not a huge commander's hatch, right? So just something to think about. So let's see some replays. Okay, so for the first example of the AE Phase 1, I am here on Glacier in a standard battle and a Tier 10, Tier 9 battle. Low tier heavy. We spawned over here in the south, and it's got enough get up and go to make it across, and I made it across this area over here. Given that they had some 705, a T110E5, getting across here was pretty good. So moving across, of course, get tied up with Mr. T30, who's obviously staring down the soda straw. Or maybe I cut him off and he just didn't like that. I don't know. So we got an E3 over here. And I managed to get a shot into him on the side, which always works nice. There's the 110E5 along with the 705A, and our E4 just trundles in there. Gotta be careful poking that front out. It's not really known as a side scraper, but it can do some. I see that everybody's bunching up on this corner. There's our E100. So I'm thinking about pushing up here. And again, the ability for this tank is a heavy tank. I mean, it's got fairly good flanking speed. So I decided I'm going to come over here and just no guts, no glory type of move. And I'm going to come over here and see if I can get in behind him. And I do have to deal with this 430, this Object 430U on the right first. And he doesn't even expect me coming through this way. And he's down. And this is turning out to be a waffle stomp. But again, I'm able to just bring this tank in behind them while they're busy taking on my bigger heavies. Get in behind them. They're not. Now the E5 knows I'm there. The 705A probably is aware that I'm there. E5's going to try and get a shot into me. And T30 takes him out. That leaves the 705A here. Put a shot into him. And he's down. So again, the flanking ability of this tank. Unfortunately, I can't drive it. We'll Mickey Mouse it here. Because it is like most heavies. I mean, it's not blazingly fast, but it is fairly fast considering. And let's see, I don't get any more damage out of that game. No rewards. No. Not an ultra great game. 1,619 in damage. 670 to 679. Made some crits, made some stuff. But what I was trying to show you is it has the ability as a heavy to be its speed to be used to get around there and flank the other side. Okay, so in this one, I am on Mountain Pass in a standard battle in a tier 10, tier 9 battle. So again, low tier heavy. But this is going to showcase the turret, the ability to bounce in this turret. As we come around this corner over here in the heavy, I spawned obviously in the northwest, and then we're coming down here to the south. And I'm going to use these hills as I see, you know, I got an STB, an STI, WZ1115A, and so I'm going to use this hill to protect my hull, obviously. So I'm going to hull down fashion. We don't push up too far. I figure, oh yeah, 430 over here. Alright, there's a shot into the 5A, doesn't do anything, and I bounce his shot. Load the HE and bounce another shot from the WZ. This is what I was saying. HE can be your friend in this tank. It's got enough punch that it can slowly whittle somebody down. Help you to you know, at least maybe get out of a situation. You got people telling me to fall back. T-54 shooting at me. Do have a little issue with this E50 during this battle. And obviously with that ST-1, STI, and the C-50, I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he wants to use me as a meat shield. And, you know, that just irritates me when somebody does that. I try to stay focused on the game as he's ramming into me. I'm not sure if he's wanting me to move up, be more aggressive, what? You know, bounce a 430. Bounce a 277. Bounce the 430 again. There's a T-54. So obviously, you know, the turret is, in a right situation, can be very, very useful. I'm just not, I don't know what this guy's problem is. I forgot about this when I was looking at the video. And it's a 4-4 game. That's not going to do the heat. I would rather use the HE in this tank than the heat, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a lot of success with the heat. But I don't see a lot of success with heat, period. So, man, maybe I'm just not playing it right. Alright, take a shot from the STB. There's a shot into the STB. So at that time, heat gave me some help. But at this point, the game is pretty much lost for our team. The way that it's looking. The E50 and the other AE Phase 1 take off and leave me. But I'm in a situation where I can't really just back out. I got this Yag Tiger over here. We got an STI over there. The 430 is gone AFK or is asleep, I'm not sure which. gun accuracy is not doing me any favors here, to be honest with you. Like I said, this video is more to showcase or give the example of how well this turret can hold up. I do take a shot from the STI. Hits me with some HE, so he gives a little HE back. STI hits me again with HE, and he's starting to, just starts plinking away at me with the HE. And that's where this tank really does suffer from what I've been able to find, is just the HE. Getting hit with HE. Bounce some damage from him. That's a heat shot I bounced. Now, with the HE rebalance on this, maybe that'll help this tank even more. There's another HE. Where is he hitting me? There's one in the mantlet. The others are just HE shots. Looks like we might be able to hold it a little bit here. It is a 69. Yag Tiger, come on back, boy. Come on. And he's down. Here comes the 5A. I know once one starts pushing me, the other two are going to start pushing. And I'm going to have to... And he takes out the 430. And sure enough, here comes the STI. Take a shot from the WZ. Yeah, I was in a situation where I couldn't get out of, and that's the one thing that I found this tank is if you get caught in that situation, you're not getting out of it easily. But I was able to block 4,000 in damage. All right, and the third and final example. Here we are on Willsdorf in an encounter battle. Tier 9, Tier 8, Tier 7 game, so top tier heavy. I'm gonna go right to the hill because that's where this battle's won. And gonna use this tank in some really good, what I thought was really good play in a hold down environment to kind of push the west side of this castle. So here we go. Getting up on the hill. Like I said, I'm going to move over here and see if I can't do some. Get down to normal speed here. Anyway, get up on the hill. We're going to push in over this way. There's an SU 100 M1 over there. Put a nice little shot into him. Fall back. You have to be careful on the hill that you don't get shots from down along the road over there on the 3 line. Got a 112 over here. Nice shot right into the lower plate of him. Got a VK over here. There's another shot into the 112. I am kind of a little leery of that AMX 5120 because of his 6-shot clip. I don't mind poking on him and putting a shot into him, but I don't want him to unload his clip on me. There it goes. Bounce the 112, but take a shot from the 120. I'm trying to square it up so they have to shoot at my turret. I think I can take the damage in the turret more than if I expose that front plate. There's another one. Alright, so the engine is smoking. So as you can see, this front plate here is just really susceptible. So if you can keep it hidden down, you might be able to bounce quite a bit off of here and certainly in your turret. And he's hit my engine. And of course I fix it. What I need to do is kind of swing over to my left and see if we can get these guys in a crossfire. Now that the VK100's coming over here, and let him step in there and take some damage. Bounce off of the 112, but get a critical. Now we got the 257, so the 150 must be on a reload. Just working the gun depression on this. Coming up the hill. The nice thing about this, you know, if you can work the take another one from the 150, bounce right off the 704. And the 150's down. So now at this point, I'm not too concerned about it. We can, the 704, we can push the 257. BK's doing his work, but I'm getting tied up with the 704. Now I'm going to swing around. Just trying to be cautious, not just running right out there in the open. I thought maybe I could get a little tracking shot on this guy, but nope, I hit the bottom of the 150. Move back down. Now I'm going to push over. So now we've got this guy looking in two directions. Bounce on that shot. 112's coming back. He wants some more. And then he rams into me. I think his idea was he was going to try and shove me off the cliff. But luckily I didn't let that happen. Now we got the T-30. He fires, so I can move up here, take him out. That leaves a 257 who's dancing between the dead tanks. We're pushing around the other side of the castle, so get a tracking shot on that 257. And you have to be patient with it. You can't rush it. There's another critical hit. 122.44 is moving in behind the 257. He gives him a chunk, takes off a chunk of him. There's another shot. And that 257's a one shot. And I managed to clip him. Now we got the Conqueror and the T-29 over here. At this point, I'm hoping that the tanks around the east side of the castle can kind of push these guys so that I can get some shots on them as they poke up on the hill. I'm just slowly trying to work it. And I ricochet off of the T-29 there. Critical hit on the Conqueror. Alright, so I got my 26E5 over here with me. If we can just get these guys to push up a little bit. Not sure why I'm rocking back and forth, to be honest with you. There's no arty in the game. There's another critical hit on the Conqueror. Alright, 229's down, so now we can kind of push in on this Conqueror. And I've moved to the heat because I'm out of the standard shells. Get a critical. And of course that's the heat, and it's that double layered armor, and I'm not putting one and two together, one and one together to come up with the why I'm not getting good shots on him. I was streaming during this time. I think I was even actually going, how am I not penetrating this guy? It didn't dawn on me that I was shooting heat until just now. There we go, into the lower turn. There we go. I'm going to stop it right there because I'm not going to get any more damage on that game. But I was able to get a first class, so, and, some good credits, some good experience, got my bonds. I was able to do 3,800 in damage for 1177 in base experience and 4 kills. Like I said, made some good credits, made some really good experience. All right, so my thoughts on the AE Phase 1. Well, having played it, it's grown on me, to be honest with you. When I first got it, I wasn't too impressed with it, and got a little frustrated with it. But I kept playing it, and I really enjoy it now. I mean, it's one of the first tanks I'll play when I come into the garage. When I play, it has taught me how to play American heavies, and has opened me back up to thinking about the 110 E5 again, and maybe going down the American heavy line again. For that, I have to say, hey, it's fun. It's just as fun to play as, say, the M54 Renegade. With the turret bouncing and using it in the right situations. I mean, it is a force to be reckoned with. Stat-wise, let's see. I'm at 51 games in it. 55%, an average XP of 813. So, and that's pretty good for me, to be honest with you. An average XP of 813. It's damage ratio obviously needs to come up. I'm at a 0.95. I'm getting close to that 1.0 with it. Just learning and how to play it more is going to improve that. My damage cost vehicles, it's not bad. The damage received obviously is there too. So all in all, I mean, if you're good at playing heavies, especially American heavies, you'll enjoy it. If you ever get the chance to win it or purchase it for bonds, I would say it's well worthwhile. It's even with the rest of the tier 9s in its category. So it's not like you're getting a premium tank that's just a little bit less than everybody else on the field. So like I said, I thoroughly enjoy it. All in all, I would say it's like I said, for me, it has taught me to want to go back there and go back and take the American heavy line, the M103 and the 110 E5 and that. And so I guess in that aspect, it works really well. So I'm gonna give it an A, maybe a small A plus, at least in my the way I play it, because like I said, I will play the tanks that I enjoy, that I feel like I play well, and this tank has moved its way into that class where it's, like I said, one of the first tanks I will play when I jump into the game. So anyway, that's my AE Phase 1 review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like video. Comments would be greatly appreciated. That's pretty much all I got. So thank you for watching it. Thank you for all the videos, and keep that support coming. I greatly appreciate it. This is Bonsai Duck out.